That's why I'm here.
In this series. And we'll see if it does end up going the other way, or if Sentinels can bounce back. You know, hopefully they can. I think maybe we approach this draft and we add you to Sentinels. You're going to be their sixth person to try to help them come back.
Golden definitely needs all the help he can get with the draft. So let's try to predict what he's going to pick here.
Yeah, your shiny golden glue card did nothing in game number 1, by the way.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that card was a fake reprint from like a knockoff seller in a warehouse somewhere. That was not good. But we have Vi, Nocturne, Cassio banned out by TL. We've got the Poppy, the Jason, the Akali banned out by Sentinels. Sentinels taking the first pick, and they're going to deny the Josedeodo Lee Sin by picking it for HamBak.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Dhokla, how do you guys view Jose's Lee Sin? Is that like a never give it to him, or we could work around it?
You know, he's definitely proven that he's extremely good at Lee, so probably just I'm on the more side of never give it to him. And yeah, or just take it away, and I think that's what Sentinels has the plan of, just you know, if you can't beat it, just take it away. And it's still a strong champ in the meta, so
I feel like he always
can be able to play it as well.
Dang, he already picked it. I was gonna say, I feel like he always goes to Nafiri after Lee is picked. You know, they talked about it a lot where they really like him on champions that can snowball, that can like invade and stuff. Nafiri is really good with it, and it's also just good versus Lee Sin.
I don't know why they would ban Akali if they plan on picking Lee Sin, because now if you're playing into Ori Nafiri, you don't have a champ that can.
Yeah, you want to pressure her.
Yeah, and Lee Sin's gonna be good into Akali in the game, so. You know, this is where I mean golden glue drafting. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
No, I'm just kidding. I mean, Galio is good. I mean,
the Dhokla roast.
I love it. Roast love.
It's all love. It's all love. I like him. That's why I'm just roasting.
Yeah, I know. He's
good.
He can take it. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. Galio makes sense here into the Ori Nafiri. Gives you a bit of tankiness in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And Impact going to be playing the Rumble here. And Mbessa is out, so that's one of the best matchups available. So I'm curious to see what Morgan will pick here.
Yeah, you know, with them,
I mean, if it was up to me, I mean, Olaf looks pretty good in my head, but they do have a bit of mobility. So I'm not sure. I think a tank just makes sense here because they have double AP soul lane, so they don't really have a great way to burst you.
There you go.
There you go, a tank. Cassante or Ornn, lock it in.
I feel like we've been saying for maybe like 2 years now, every time Rumble gets picked, we're like, well, Galio and Ornn are good takes.
Or you can pick Cassante and Kanik Rooker and WoW-E. Yeah, that's kind of been it forever.
Never before seen matchup. I wonder how this is going to go.
But it's not your favorite. You would prefer the Olaf here because they also have the Galio.
I think Cassante would be the best tank since it gives you a bit more damage as well as a stronger lane phase than the Ornn. But Ornn is fine. It gives you really good scaling. Right now, I think Sentinels is on the clock because they're going to get outscaled, so they need to pick champs that can stack dragons, at least in the bot lane, and try to get this game in the mid game and where they have a gold lead and try to win through team fights in mid game. Because if it goes late, then I don't really see how they're going to win.
Yeah, we saw the bottom lane for Sentinels struggling in game number 1. They were losing out in the 2v2 skirmishes, and then the Kaisa that they pick into the enemy Ezreal ends up losing the 1v1 against the Ezreal and ends up needing help. It all kind of just, the parts fell apart.
Well, this is where you need the goldfish memory, Captain Flowers. You gotta forget about that game and don't bring that bad karma into game 2 here. Fresh mindset and try to get the best bot lane matchup you can because you're definitely gonna need to play around bot lane for sure this game.
Yeah, so if you're on Sentinels, and you are,
correct.
Our 6th man.
What bottom lane do you want for Rahel and huhi? You know, I think the Caitlyn ban was quite good from Team Liquid because Sentinels have had a lot of success on that. Is there any other champion or any other combination for bot lane for them?
You know, I'm gonna have to defer to my AD carry player Rahel here, but you know, I'd like a champ with some mobility because they do have the Orianna and Nafiri combo, so maybe some mobility or someone who can build Zhonya's later into the game that can get out of the combo. That's kind of where my head would go right away, but I'm not sure what is up because Ezreal's out, Kai'Sa's also out, so
yeah, then those are like the good AD carries, Zhonya's builders.
Yeah, exactly. So right now I'm not too sure. Maybe I mean they banned Lucian, so they can't go for like a Lucian lane.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure what's gonna come out here.
Ooh, okay, so now whatever AD carry Rahel picks, he's going to be pressured in team fights because Ornn, Nafiri, and Orianna, and he's going to be pressured in lane because he's against a Kalista. So that seems tough.
Yeah, I mean, I would drop lobby right now if this was a scrim because I don't really see the value of picking Galio plus Rumble I think you should just 5P your top in this case because the tank value is too high already. But let's hold off on that up until the game gets played out.
Jhin.
Bro, how the hell are we ever killing Ornn?
Hey, don't say that. Positive mindset here on Sentinel's side, okay? Well, let's keep the vibes up.
Okay.
It's already locked in, so we can't change it now. We're committing.
Impact is going to kill the Ornn early with the Rumble, and the Lee Sin's going to gank from them. Maybe that's the time that you kill the Ornn flowers.
Okay.
They're like really early in the game, maybe.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to
he's
think of positives here, and I don't really see too many because they have 4 melee comp into a pretty short-range comp that TL wants to play into, where it's like Kalista can hit pretty much every target she wants. Ornn's going to be able to CC a lot of people that are melee. So obviously, I'm going to say TL has the better draft here, but we still have a full game to play, and it's not over yet. Like I don't want to say it's over yet. But TL for sure had the advantage from the draft.
He's not going to say it's over, but you can see it in his eyes.
But you're saying if you currently had a collection of holographic gold and blue cards, you would probably sell them off before the result of the game.
Hey guys, it's still a game to be played here.
Okay.
All right, so then
we're going to switch it now. Here you go, Flowers.
Yeah, so what I'm going to say then is obviously I feel like we have a consensus here on the desk that Team Liquid won the draft and they won it pretty solidly. So what is the play then from Sentinels if you're playing into this powerful scaling, if you're playing into this difficult composition? How do you navigate those very few opportunities to make this really get off the ground?
Well, while TL does have a stronger scaling, like still early in mid game, it's still contestable here by Sentinel. So it's really up to them to snowball, get a good fight at Grubs, get a good swap timer with the Rumble, and try to stack the Dragons because they did have double counter pick in bot lane. So hopefully that can get you some sort of advantage. And mid lane is also a counter pick. Even though the lane is roughly even. I mean, you're just going to have to set up ganks here and use this Lee Sin well and just move around the map and try to cosplay Josedeodo on the Lee Sin here and try to get a gold lead going and make a montage.
So a lot of pressure on HamBak individually then to really get the maximum value.
Yeah, they first pick the Lee Sin.
The
game is for sure going to ride on him and he's going to have to play well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. We're back on the Rift here, game number 2. Remember, our first game ended with a final score of 15-2, 23 minutes into the game. Team Liquid with a dominant victory. Sentinels, like Dhokla said, it's time to engage the goldfish memory, flush all that away. We don't need to worry about that. Game number 2 is a new chance to bring this one all the way, try to bounce back.
Well, I've got some positive graphics for you then that can lead into your story here. Maybe we'll take down the Impact one and we'll put up the HamBak one. Because you have the magnifying glass on the Lee Sin for HamBak. He had a really good week 1. He had an outstanding week 1. Jose also had a fairly good week 1, but HamBak was really on fire for Sentinels and definitely did deliver there for them. So when they need him a lot in this game, maybe he can create some action there with the Lee Sin.
He is going for some creative pathing already, starting Raptors into Wolves, probably going Gromp and then looking for a level 3 timer. I mean, the level 1 as an alley lane, you're not going to be winning from this position, so nothing here.
Yeah.
And I do want to highlight Morgan with the refill tech start, so you can buy the Doran's item in the lane. So nice Ornn mechanic there out of him to get a bit of a lead in the lane.
Yeah, big brain. Easy mechanic to execute.
Just don't buy the hat at the start. Okay.
Think about it.
I could do that one.
And then I do also, I like that whenever junglers are going to kind of not just go for a straight full clear, like you're saying, the super straightforward one, and have an altered path here for HamBak, especially on a champion like Lee Sin. Because in a setup here with a draft where you really feel like they do need to change up what the expected early plays are going to be, maybe that's going to be their angle.
Right now, a bit of a slow early game, kind of how it was game 1. Not too much going to happen for a while, so it gives us some time to talk about stuff.
I mean, it was, so the Lee Sin does go mid. HamBak is is kind of on the other side, just finishing his
quite
clear.
a bit of time here. I mean,
Yeah, QUID could be in some danger. HamBak closes the gap rather quickly. Flash away from the taunt comes out from QUID, but HamBak still got Resonating Strike ready to go, and there it is. First blood for Sentinels. They even get it through the flash of QUID. Yes, it costs HamBak's flash, but they're feeling good about that on the Sentinel side.
And the HamBak
there we
setup,
go.
the
Yeah.
graphic.
Unexpected jungle pathing leads to QUID getting surprised by the gank. Loses flash on it as well, so it's going to be a good setup for Galio, who can just flash taunt and look for a repeat gank. So it's really up to mid jungle right now to get more of a lead, press his advantage here that Sentinels already got.
Yeah, I mean, definitely huge for DARKWINGS. He had sustained a lot of damage and was out of sustain. He didn't have any extra money for sustain, but he did get the null magic on top of a dark seal.
Right.
So that was quite nice.
Gonna set him up well for the lane.
Meanwhile, down here on bottom side, though, Alistar is not having a whole lot of fun against the Kalista-Renata combo. As you can see, though, it is another game. This is now 4 AD carry picks between these two in 2 games, which normally is something that in the past would sound very normal to say, but not in the current iteration of League of Legends.
They've defied the mages all summer long.
Yeah.
Last week as well.
Yeah,
But
Riot put a call out saying, you know, we're nerfing the mages, and then everyone's scared and starting to go back to the AD carries here. You know, I think everyone's preparing for the meta shift again, and everyone's getting a little bit of an early jump on it.
yeah, I was actually talking to you a little bit early before the game started too. Do you get happy when you see them in patch notes say, oh, hey, you know, we're going to buff up some AD carry champions in a couple ways to try and help out with the mages bottom lane? As a top laner, are you like,
I'm like,
yes,
that's great for me. Every time I actually read the Varus changes, I'm like, wait a minute, isn't this just better for on-hit Varus top? Like, has everyone forgotten about this? And it continues to always be better for, here we go.
Ooh, huhi flashing in, looking to set this play up. A lot of damage to CoreJJ, who tries to flash out. HamBak's already got the kill as huhi tries to continue his escape. But it's Sentinels again coming out on top. 1 for 0 thus far, when they want to get even more. Call the pack from Josedeodo to deny the damage there from Resonating Strike. Yeon with a sidestep on the Deadly Flourish here too, as huhi's still hanging on with about 200 HP. But it's Sentinels now with 2 good plays before 5 minutes.
That was beautiful setup right there. The combo into the Deadly Flourish right there to lock him up as HamBak is coming down the lane. Another Lee Sin play for you, Dokes.
Right? I mean, that's exactly what they need to do. Ali, that's exactly how he can lane. You know, just flash pulverize. Can't really outplay that unless you're just completely god. So good setup here, and this is exactly what Sentinels need to do to, you know, build a lead like this, get to the mid game, stack some dragons, and fight before you get completely outscaled.
All right.
So they're in a good spot right now, and let's see if they can keep it up.
Well, there is still, despite the fact that that play worked out in the bottom lane, both kills have gone so far to HamBak. The Lee Sin has been the main beneficiary. Yeon is still up in gold individually over Rahel because of the lane dominance that he and CoreJJ have had. But now HamBak and DARKWINGS in the enemy jungle, trying to put the pressure onto Jose himself. They're going to steal away the Gromp. Feels really good about that. HamBak, if they manage to steal this blue, HamBak will just be level 6. He does not have his smite, though, and Josedeodo is ready with a smite of his own. Ornn is summoned up. HamBak knocked up into the air, and Morgan's ready to follow it, but the equalizer has been delivered. HamBak staying alive for now. Impact makes his way down into the fight, and Morgan gets cooked. It's a 1-for-1. HamBak dies, but Morgan's the trade.
Yeah, I mean, they have the Alistar roam timer here, so supports are on the opposite sides of the map right now. Maybe Core can do something, but no, it's a teleport back from huhi as well. So he covers his own play, goes to help with the invade, and then can just teleport right back.
Damn, I'm really surprised Lee Sin actually died there. That was really close. I thought the Triumph might have been able to save him here in this fight, but Morgan did an excellent job of trying to help out on this blue buff and hit every bit of his CC to make sure that Lee Sin gets traded 1-for-1 in this fight. And then Lee Sin does have the item advantage here, so he wants to fight, but Morgan with the great ult, flashy, can't juke out of anything here. And the Lee Sin is the focus. Orianna also hits a shockwave, so everything landing here on Team Liquid's side to take the Lee Sin down and make it a 1-for-1.
Yeah, barely gets him there because, and actually, jungle getting kill credit is even.
Wait, was it even a 1-for? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a 1.
Okay.
It was Jose's Darkened Dagger over the wall that finished off the last little bit of HP on HamBak.
Him getting kill credit is actually quite nice here. You mentioned their combo earlier with the Nafiri and the Orianna combo. That one is extremely dangerous, and especially if he gets ganked right now by it.
Yep, there we go. Hound's Pursuit jumping in after DARKWINGS. Call the pack to make sure he can continue that chase forward. DARKWINGS with a flash out, though. The little hot dogs can't chase him down for far enough. He gets away with barely any HP.
I mean, that's honestly a pretty good trade because Nafiri won't have ult for these grubs here. So honestly, using your flash to get the ult down, and then if you can secure the grubs off this advantage here, pretty good play by DARKWINGS to be able to survive that and then come back in lane and still be fine. So up to Sentinels now to just pressure this lead and keep the game going.
Yeah, right. How are you rating them right now? Because so far, they've accomplished pretty much everything you've asked.
I think they're doing good. I don't know how the ball lane CS is this big of a disparity here. But besides that, we're in a decent spot. I don't know about giving these grubs here. I feel like you should try to match since you definitely have the ult advantage in this fight. But they're electing to stack the dragon here. So playing the dragon stacking game, which is fine as well. So now it's up to them to, almost stole that one. But now it's hopefully we get to Soul and can win the game off the Soul fight.
DARKWINGS tried to steal both Grub 1 and Grub 2 away with Winds of War. Slightly late on the first Grub, slightly ahead on the second Grub. So Jose manages to play patient and accurate enough to get all 3 Grubs, traded for that first Drake that HamBak was on the entire time. But yeah, the bottom lane CS is a bit of a problem. It's 4 waves worth of minions that is the lead for Yeon here on this Kalista. Should be able to make quite a menace of himself once we start to get to the larger fights. Yeon is the only meaningful lead individually on the Team Liquid side, while the largest leads for Sentinels remain for Impact and for HamBak. However, you can see that you've already got the Spectre's Cowl there in the inventory for Morgan, so halfway to the Kanik Rookern, and we all know once that item comes online, the trades with the AP top laners are kind of just like whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, still a very solid gold lead here for Impact. 800 gold in this lane is very, very good. So he's doing quite well in this lane, and it's going to be up to him once he hits that Leandries to try to help this rest of the map out, because right now 1v1 is going fine for him, but potential gank happening. Oh, just okay. Going to take the base here, yeah.
I like the attention from the observers.
Yeah, that was good.
Gotcha.
It got me. I was like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah, they like to keep you guessing. In the end, are you a believer in always going with the first strike rumble, by the way, into these tank matchups? Because we've seen some people still going for like even more damage with like comets and stuff like that to try and like get kills or like fully punish people out. Are you a gold farmer with your first strike?
I think it makes sense to go first strike because it's really not. You're not really going to kill him, so just get the gold. You can also take the cashback ruin, so you can build a gold lead just off buying items. So you just want to maximize how strong you are for these fights. And okay, Close Ult going to come out.
Yep, they immediately want to try to engage onto CoreJJ, but that's not a valuable target when Fate's Call is ready to go. Yeon continues tossing spears further and further forward as HamBak wants to go for the kick on Josedeodo, but the call of the pack immediately resets his position, but now TPs are arriving from both the top laners. Impact looking for a little bit of damage, but he's in danger now. Turns the Electro Harpoon back onto Jose. Not quite going to find the kill. Meanwhile, DARKWINGS joins up with a heroic entrance. Bail out on Morgan, but they can't get a kill to save him. HamBak's going to go ahead and grab the first kill. A nice shockwave arrives. HamBak tries to flash away, but he's still dead. Nice 3-man knockup coming out from huhi as Josedeodo tries to dodge bullets, but it's a double kill back to Rahel's Jhin.
Ooh.
Sentinels come out on top, 3 for 1. They've got blinking health bars, but close doesn't count in League of Legends, and Sentinels is up 2,000 gold.
What a team fight by Sentinels. It looked really iffy in the start, but they trust their mechanics, outplay this fight, and Jhin lands some big ults at the end as well.
Yeah, when Jhin opens up, it is huge, and huhi saw the angle to like re-engage and get the combo onto Yeon. But take us through the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, fight starts, Ali's already ulted, and the TPs come in, and Impact lands a 3-man ult here, buys the time, baits out a bunch of cooldowns that brings Team Liquid forward into the fight, and Galio's able to ult the Lee Sin, get behind them in the fight. It's just everyone just play well from this point on, and Sentinels definitely hit the outplay here. So close from both sides, 3-man knockup. Ooh, these snipes were really good.
Yeah, even...
And then QUID flashing in, not able to get either of these kills, and miss it. Oof.
That was good. Uh-oh. Morgan flashing away there as huhi tried to jump in. So there's another Summoner's Bell burn.
He probably said the same thing again right there.
I was going to say, replay those comms. He's getting an Alistar from behind his tower. Now, Lee Sin is still behind his tower, but just taking away the Grom.
Yeah, so the gold lead, you know, shrank a bit on the AD carry, where Jhin was able to pick up 2 kills here, so he's going to really appreciate that. And Sentinels with the 1.6k lead, Dragon will be spawning shortly, so I'm sure they're going to go fight over that for sure. And let's see if they can execute like last fight, because they're going to need to keep fighting like this and keep outplaying in this team comp to have a chance to win.
Yeah, do you think they're still on the projected
I think
curve?
they're on pace right now. Obviously, if Jhin was a little bit ahead, had 1 item right now, you know, it'd be happier. But given the game state, I think it's definitely playable, and you can definitely win from this position.
Okay. Well, he just picks up his Hex Optics now. So maybe they'll be able to keep on pace. Dragon is coming pretty quickly here, Flowers.
Yep, we've also got the Kanik Rookern fully purchased now for Morgan. Going in with a call of the Forge God. Remember that Impact has no flash after that big bottom lane play. So when Team Liquid throws the whole kitchen sink into the top lane, they are guaranteed to get there, man. I feel like this was the counterplay, knowing what you were talking about, Dhokla. Dragon's about to spawn. Surely Sentinels wants to fight for it. Yeah. We don't want to fight them in open ground, so overload topside instead. Pick up the free kill. Josedeodo prowling around the jungle, looking to grab whatever else he might be able to find. Trades a bit of blows back and forth with DARKWINGS here, as Sentinels will be able to acquire themselves that next Drake uncontested, but at the same time, Yeon getting plenty of money, getting turret plates up here in the top lane, trying to remain accelerated on the Kalista.
And we talk about this a ton when we're talking about Lion, actually, Dhokla, where, you know, if you're the team, you have some pretty good scaling. You guys are very frequently very okay with, like, giving up some of these mid dragons. And when enemy team is going to take dragon, you're going to, you know, send 4 top or something like that. Is this...
yeah, this is a great macro rotation here. Punish no flash on the Rumble. And you have 3 grubs, so you definitely, you know, can... willing to trade plates for this second dragon. You're not going to lose a game over second dragon. It doesn't make sense. Your Ori didn't even have 1 item in the fight, so just good play by Team Liquid. Punished no flash. Got the bounty as well off the Rumble, so really solid here by Team Liquid, understanding what their win con is. Just get the gold, get to late game. You can fight the soul fight if you have enough gold, even if you're in a bit of a deficit. So just good understanding by Team Liquid of how they want to play their comp out.
Follow-up question. Has it changed at all when Inspired's not here and you guys are constantly fighting 24/7 every lane 1v1ing people?
I think we're definitely taking a bit more risk in that sense. For sure, a bit more loose. And, you know, it gives us a bit more freedom. Yeah. And it's regular season too, you know, so just see what works and what doesn't work.
I respect it. Yeah. Well, HamBak's seeing if this angle might work here in mid. Once again, eyes on the Orianna. QUID's flash only has a little bit of that cooldown timer left before it's ready to go, and that's what HamBak is trying to play around. Hit him before the flash is available once more, but QUID is staying safe enough that he will not find himself vulnerable to that. HamBak is an entire level of ahead, excuse me, of Josedeodo right now. Level 11 with the level 2 Dragon's Rage. Josedeodo has only just ticked over to level 10 on his Nafiri, and the Rift Herald is ready to go. Jose going to go ahead, secure the Scuttle Crab first, begin the objective himself, but as soon as HamBak shows up, Jose's got to be careful here. Dark and Dagger hits, Sonic Wave does not, but again, HamBak still with a full level feels stronger.
Yeah, and they have different lane assignments too, with Jhin already being in mid, so gives Alistar here some possibilities of roaming to the sides, whereas CoreJJ is really linked to the Kalista.
Yeah, I think Team Liquid also want to look to trade the gold here for this Rift Herald with their bot lane and bot side. And Sentinels trying to match, not giving the full trade opportunity, while also trying to contest this Rift Herald in top.
Josedeodo is like a dog constantly sniffing something he's not supposed to get into with this Rift Herald. He keeps going over there, thinking about it. The rest of the team says, no, get away from that. As Sentinels now seeing what might go down here in the top lane. Just a little bit of a trade back and forth with Morgan versus DARKWINGS. Not really a whole lot of damage is going to happen either way in that head-to-head. But this top lane tier 1 turret for Sentinels is barely hanging on.
And TL are rotating everybody up from bottom lane. They completely left bottom lane open now. As they send QUID up the top, then they rotate their bottom lane into mid, and they're even diving tower a little bit here as they try and finish it off.
And they will. Josedeodo coming up now as DARKWINGS has to create enough distance between himself and the squad of Team Liquid that has forced down this first turret up here in the top side. Gold lead for Sentinels that was about 2,000 before, shrank down to half that now, as it will reinflate just a little bit as Impact is left on his own here in the bottom side. HamBak making that play on Yeon here in mid. Nice kick to set it up. HamBak's going to take the kill. Bottom lane tier 1 turret will remain alive thanks to a TP coming out from Morgan, and it's going to be a 2-man play. QUID arrives first down here as the call of the Forge God summons up. Impact flashes, but he flashes still in range of the second half of that Ornn horn. However, QUID didn't have the positioning to be able to hit him with the shockwave for the follow-up after. So, yes, Impact is still going to stay alive. Sentinels is still going to get themselves that Herald.
Yeah, I mean, Sentinel's doing a great job. I thought it was a bit slow on the Rift timer there, but HamBak, give him some time. He's going to find the angle, finds it onto Yeon with a great flash kick, and secures the Rift. And third Dragon coming up now, so another big fight moment going to happen. And I'm wondering if Team Liquid feel like they have to fight at this point, or are they going to try to trade again? If it was me, I think... I mean, Kalista doesn't have 2 items. Orianna's kind of strong. I'm not sure. It's pretty close. I think you can posture, but without the Ornn ult, I'm not sure if you can actually take this fight.
Yeah, no Ornn ulti, no second item on either QUID or Yeon, like you're saying. Josedeodo does have his Black Cleaver now fully completed on the Nafiri, so there is that. As you can see, the Sundered Sky plus Eclipse combo done for HamBak now as well. Team Liquid, they are committing a lot of bodies down here. It's all 5 players in blue jerseys. Trying to steal away that Gromp. Josedeodo again, last hitting through the winds of war, just like back at the Grubs. 8 seconds until the Dragon spawns. Sentinels has Impact pushing in the top lane. Thinking about what they want to do here. They do have the teleport to bring Impact down to the Dragon if they want to fight for that, but it is TL with control over the bot side river as Sentinels trying to get mid lane pushed up. They still have the Herald ready to summon in HamBak's inventory. Impact still getting those last few auto attacks on the top lane tier 1 turret. Isn't going to be able to clear it out here just yet. So it will be Team Liquid securing this Drake. No fight from Sentinels.
Yeah, I think Sentinels realize they have no position in the river, and it's going to be hard for them to face check throughout, you know, just zero vision. So made the decision to trade some gold here, which is still fine. You're still in a good state in the game. You have Rift Herald again to try to break this mid tower, which will open the map up quite a bit. And TP on bot side, they do have the TP advantage, so they're using it here, looking for QUID.
Yeah, going in after QUID, but Josedeodo was right there as Impact arrives. Call the pack, manages to get rid of most of the flame spitter damage, and then the Electro Harpoon is eaten by one of the little hot dogs. So honestly, Impact doesn't do a lot of damage to Jose right there. Yeon with a flash away. The threat from HamBak remains ever present.
Oof. How much momentum do you think Sentinels have lost in the last like 2 minutes of play here? They're still trying to make something happen, but with delay on Dragon stacking, with the teleport being invested, not being able to get a kill.
Yeah, I mean, the game definitely slowed down. I think they should have for sure tried to fight the third Dragon.
Ooh, nice knock up there from Morgan. Now HamBak getting juggled around here a little bit. Yeon putting a ton of damage into him, and HamBak's a pin cushion before Sentinels can get in position to try to stop TL. Nice pick there on the Lee Sin that was otherwise causing problems all over the Rift. Team Liquid, that's just, again, going to halt the Sentinels war machine.
Great play by Team Liquid, and that's really going to slow the game down. They got the Dragon, got a kill. You know, this game's going to go quite the distance where they can be comfortable getting their items and look for that late game team fight with the ornaments coming in, with Ori hitting 2 items, Kalista Renata combo.
That's good, that's good. Guys, we're getting everything. Yeah. Be the wave, be the wave. I don't want to fight mid if you can. Can you guys just defend?
Yeah.
HamBak clearly did not listen to that. Nope. He had the Lee Sin syndrome to the max there. Oh my god.
That was such a good comms.
Don't fight mid.
That's something I would do too, so honestly,
we've all been there. Everyone's been there before. Like, yeah, I know he said don't fight mid, but I'm Lee Sin. I'll just jump in, hit him real quick,
I hit
jump
my
back
Q.
out.
What else am I supposed to do?
Huhi says, I really don't want to fight mid if we can.
We couldn't. There was no other option there. But obviously, you know, bit of a blunder there by Sentinels, but still with the gold lead. So still in a position where they can, you know, find some angles, maybe get a bit of a creative kick again by HamBak onto Yeon, who has no flash for the next couple minutes. So Sentinels definitely need to look for some opportunities here to kind of keep the tempo of this game going.
And Rahel did go second item into Lord Dom, so he is gonna try.
I like this. You know, no no Yomu's Ghost played Rapid Fire. Please, God,
You don't like Mosquito Jhin?
I really don't. So, you know, he's building correctly, and, you know, it's a good sign. He does have a gold lead now, so definitely found his way back into this game, and Jhin in the late game will be unironically able to carry some of these fights. And
the damage amp from Imperial Mandate on a mid Galio too is really nice in trying to get through that, because he can apply that pretty easily to a lot of frontline champions.
Right.
All right, those second items are online in a lot of places now. Bloodletter's Curse for Impact. With the Abyssal Mask on Darkwings, they're both helping each other out with their inventories here. As you can see, the Chovy Belt for QUID, extra little bit of mobility and burst there. Blade of the Ruined King, of course, for Yeon on that Kalista, as Darkwings manages to get himself away with a Justice Punch before that Volcanic Fissure can create an obstacle for him to get stuck on. 90 seconds left until we get our next Drake this game. Still only a 2-to-1 Drake state, so nobody's going to get sold, no matter who takes it. As huhi on the left side of the fight here, looking for some kind of a potential angle against TL. QUID with the flash away, but he's still vulnerable to the curtain call shots. However, a nice interrupt from Call of the Forge God flies through from Morgan, and now Sentinels are separated. Darkwings here off to the right on his own. Immediately, TL's going to continue the chase, going after the enemy mid laner, and Yeon takes the kill. It's a bit of a messy fight, but it's Team Liquid coming out on top.
Yeah, I mean, Sentinels felt like they had to take a fight in that position. You know, they thought they had a good look. Oh, Morgan.
Morgan in some danger here, but he's shielded up. HamBak wanted to go for the play there on the Team Liquid straggler, see if he could get the pick, but the rest of the team is close by.
I mean, good save there from CoreJJ. Comes in with the heal and the shield as well there, too. Kind of
close. Chovy Belt really paying off there for QUID there, able to position himself a bit differently.
Yeah, but CoreJJ's positioning is now in a little bit of danger. He tries to throw out the ultimate, but now Josedeodo in the middle of everybody is going to get cooked. Sentinels have found a massive moment as Yeon tries to go forward and grabs one kill, but the Kalista is terrorizing the fight. When it finally looks good for Sentinels, Yeon's ready to turn it back around, but he does finally fall. One last auto attack from Morgan to take down Impact as QUID's in the middle of everyone, and Morgan is the only man standing. Sentinels having that huge team fight in the enemy red side jungle. They might just get the ace. Good God, it takes so long to kill him. Surely he eventually dies.
He's not dying.
Morgan's still living with a two-man knock-up underneath the turret. He gets kicked back on the wall. He might find one more hit, but no, the ace finally goes through for the Sentinel side.
Dude, if you got that auto off, that was brittle. He was going to kill him.
That was so close, but what a fight by Sentinels. I thought they really messed up the game, but they find another angle here by huhi. Just sends it onto CoreJJ, and somehow, miraculously, they get an ace out of the situation where they lost the initial fight.
Yeah, I feel like Impact does so much work on the Rumble.
Yeah.
Comes in, roasting them. Yeon then made me believe, as he stacked a bunch of spears in Rahel, got the big rend into the shockwave from QUID to help peel from him, and he almost had heroics, but the harpoon
was so clutch by Impact. Because I think if he doesn't hit that, then Yeon is going to stay alive, and maybe they can do something in this fight with given how long Morgan survived. So,
yeah,
just
this
great,
part is silly.
Great fight that needed to happen for Sentinels, and they pick up the. I'm sure they're going to pick up their dragon on top of this. So, really, really clutch fight.
That's a thank you, boy. What do you have?
Thank you, boy.
True. If only one other person was alive with him,
then
maybe they could have made it a different story. But Sentinels, they did get that third dragon. They've retaken the gold lead here. And Yeon, congratulations on
1,000 kills. Only the 18th player to ever accomplish that here in the LCS. So well played there for him. As yes, Sentinels now with Soul Point. That's going to be a problem here for TL. 4 minutes from now, but we'll talk a little bit more about that as it gets closer. Right now, Baron is still on the map. 3-2 turret count favoring Sentinels by +1. Team Liquid, we are continuing to scale. The unending despair, part of that unending Ornn team fight presence. Now for Morgan. Mid lane, deadly flourish, roots up Yeon. TL knows they got to protect that Kalista. Handshake to knock huhi back away. HamBak wants to make some sort of a move, but he can't quite find it. Morgan here in the front line. Darkwings with the taunt, but he doesn't find a whole lot of value. Darkwings gets shot down. TL's got themselves a 1-for-0, but Morgan, unfortunately, thanks to the root, does not have the timing he needs to fire the Forge God back to the enemy team, so they won't find anything more. It's a 1-0 for TL once more.
Yo, good snipe from him, though, onto the charge on the wall, onto Galio on the side.
Yeah, a bit of comedy of errors here. The Lee Sin flash kick, the Ornn coming out, but Sentinels feel like, you know, they want to defend this mid tower here, looking to punish Team Liquid as they overstep. And what's this?
He was upgrading Yeon's item to start the fight.
Oh, we're already back live, though. Josedeodo and QUID looking for the kill onto Impact. Won't quite be able to find it. Now HamBak looking to run some interference, but Yeon chasing after the Lee. Okay, so HamBak and Impact both barely get away.
Oh, close. Close.
Yeah, that's a nail biter. That's way too close for comfort.
Yeah, I mean, Yeon is doing a lot of damage in these skirmishes very, very quickly with his Ornn upgrade. I want to see on the approach to the next dragon, because TL really have stabilized. As long as they don't give up the final dragon for the Cloud Soul, do you think that this is going to be the point where kind of secure comp takes over with the team fight that they have?
I think right now it's still going to come down to execution. I think Sentinels looked a bit confused of what they wanted to do in that last fight, where it's like the Rumble's coming out, but Lee Sin's not going right away. The Galio's kind of posturing on the side. I think Sentinels need to really coordinate on how they want to fight, and they can still win the fight. The Jhin has IE. He's going to be doing a lot of damage. Just make sure you kite the Kalista out best you can, and it's still winnable from this position. It's going to come down to execution, which they should try to contest for setup here on this dragon, because it's going to come down to this in the next 2 minutes here.
Yeah, the only thing Sentinels is missing is their flash for HamBak. It is a big playmaking tool,
right,
but still very mobile champion and still can create that big play.
I think Impact would love to pick up his Zhonya's here, so he can buy a bit more space in the fight, try to avoid the Ori combo, the Ornn ult, and he does pick it up here, so he's going to be strong for this team fight. And right now, positioning in River is going to be key. If Team Liquid get this position first in River, then it's going to be hard for Sentinels to retake. And huhi doing a good job patrolling the area, but QUID does have the bot push here, so going to be a little bit pressure as he walks in from the bot side.
And QUID also has his Void Staff fully completed. He's got his Ornn upgrade. That Terminus for Yeon also fully upgraded. So deceptively tanky here on this Kalista with the resistances that item stacks. You can see the Giant's Belt also in the inventory. Kalista is not an easy target in these fights. Team Liquid also recognizing it's very important for them to play around him. Seeker's Arm Guard on DARKWINGS will be ready. That stasis can be popped in this next big soul fight. huhi waiting off on the left side. Goes in after QUID. That's going to be their target as Team Liquid's mid laner flashes away immediately. huhi still trying to run a little bit of interference with the hostile takeover, flying out through the middle of everybody here on Sentinels, making space. DARKWINGS goes golden. huhi goes down. TL have already found the first kill, and the Justice Punch will not allow DARKWINGS to escape. Hound's Pursuit ready to keep it going with a beautiful combo with a shockwave. Rahel is next to die, and Sentinels will follow him into the grave. Impact just getting chased down by Yeon. This was the fight that would come down to execution, and the blade falls on Sentinel's neck. HamBak's the only one left, and he can't do a thing about this TL Drake.
Well, I mean, good try, good attempt by huhi, but QUID has a Proto Belt or Rocket Belt and the Flash, able to make enough distance, get away from the combo, and Team Liquid are able to play the fight much better on the back end of it. So I think, it was a good try, They had the good idea of what they wanted to do. Maybe if Lee Sin was also included in that flank play, then something could have happened. But now, Team Liquid had the gold lead, delayed the soul for Sentinels, and everything got committed in that last fight. So it's going to be hard for them to find another engage like that, even if Orianna's no flash.
All right, let's take another look at how it started.
Yeah, from that side here, huhi goes for the flank, but, as you say, Orianna gets the safety on the outside,
right,
and then once you've stabilized the fight, look how many spears already stacked up for Yeon.
It's also so hard to dive into the Renata ult, so, and the Renata W in case QUID gets really low in one shot. So just a really tough way to execute here for Sentinels, but this is their comp that they picked for, They have to play like this, and they did make their Hail Mary attempt there, and unfortunately it just didn't work out.
And the rewards after this team fight are pretty much the game. It's not for sure the game, but stopping the next Dragon Soul, then getting Baron. Now they have a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be a long shot from this point on.
Ooh. Well, HamBak goes in for the kick.
On to QUID. He's in a bad spot here.
QUID, but yeah, the heroic entrance from DARKWINGS isn't doing a whole lot here just yet. QUID staying alive for now. The curtain call opens up. Team Liquid trying to protect the mid laner. They're keeping him alive for now. The bailout saves him. It's a double kill over to Yeon. If the game wasn't over after the Dragon Soul fight, it's over now. Triple kill for Yeon. Team Liquid killed everybody except for huhi, and with 40 seconds on the death timers, gentlemen, I think they're just gonna walk it in mid.
Talking about a miracle, that looked like the miracle that could have happened, and it was still not enough. The Renata able to keep Orianna alive, even though no flash in front of the Jhin ult. Just nice try, Sentinels.
Well, Alistar is nothing but some celebratory burgers for the Team Liquid boys. They'll knock him down. It's an ace for TL. A much closer contest here in game number 2, but it's all for the same result. TL gonna sweep Sentinels out of here in the regular season. That's a 2-0 win.
Well deserved from Team Liquid. Understood their comp, played for the gold, and executed in the fights that they needed to take this win over Sentinels.
Really nice from them, especially in these clutch moments, being able to retake control. Analystes, who is your player of the game? Actually, Dhokla, first, who is yours?
I'm going to have to give it to QUID. I mean, the plays were really centered around him. He did a good job of staying alive, and ultimately, the whole team played well, but if I had to give to one person, maybe QUID, but maybe also Yeon. He played exceptional in these fights too. The carries did a good job.
It's tough to call sometimes. It's tough to call.
It's really hard because I think it was a whole team victory. Everyone understood their role in the comp, so just a good team win for Team Liquid.
Yeah, I really like CoreJJ's Renata as well. A lot of clutch saves from him, but now we'll give it over to the analysts to see what they have to say about it.
Dhokla's getting pretty good at casting. He knows how to play both sides. Well, actually, it's QUID, but you never know Yeon's that.
Also, yeah, I do that all the time.
Well, I'd say if it's a team victory, the AD carries team gap, AD carry gets it.
Yep.
Yep.